Good morning in the Netherlands and good morning, good afternoon in Indonesia. So thank you for being here in this session from Climatescan to BrantaSae. We will have two speakers. First is Professor Floris Bogaert from Hanse University, who will talk about the Climatescan, and then we have Pak Sebrian from Brawijaya University. He will talk about BrantaScan and why we came up with that name and also what BrantaSae can do. So I will give you short about how this session will flow. So we are going to see the topic of water quality, especially in the Brantas River in East Java. So we will see some of the activities of improving water quality from communities that have been working in their area. And then we will have our question and answer. And then we ask also your participation for joining our BrantaSae platform. And then we will end up this session with a closing statement of our two speakers. So without further ado, I will give the floor to Professor Floris. Please.
Thank you so much, Reza. Indeed, I'm going to tell you something about Climatescan and how that works, the sister of BrantaSae. So I'm quite excited about that. Let me share my screen.
That's difficult to share.
Yeah, that seems. Let me try again. Maybe talk you through it. So, for some reason, show. Sister.
Yeah, perhaps you can tell something about the Climatescan. Maybe
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
working on that.
Not sure what it is. it were before. Yeah. Okay, so just about Climatescan, then well, it's a website we started in about 2014. It's a website that allows participations like you can upload projects about climate adaptation. That's why it's the name Climatescan, and it already has more than 10,000 projects around the world. So one of the categories is water quality, but also a lot of climate adaptation measures, floating urbanization. So if it's too dry or it's too wet, basically the infrastructure will rise with the water. So very interesting projects around. It has over 1,500 people that upload these projects. So that's really very nice to see, of course. And that participation led to a large database. And that database, as a researcher, is very important for me because I can analyze where are climate adaptation measures possible in the dense area, mostly on rural areas, in which country. So that makes it quite nice to see this. So I try again to,
Yes, please, so that we have an
and
overview, and we can see it also directly.
exactly.
So the Climatescan is it limited to actions for, let's say, climate mitigation? Is it on a small scale, big scale?
Yeah, exactly.
Or you go,
It's
yeah.
project, but it also has different sorry, large projects, but also a very small project. It could be a garden of someone, well, related to water quality. It's about very objects that influence the water, so water management, monitoring. So there are also concentrations inhabited in the base of phosphates or nutrients. So it can hold quite some data that you can visit and use. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, have you thought of, let's say, having different topics of project beside climate?
Yes, because everybody can put up a new category. So sometimes I'm quite surprised that it's maybe not directly related to climate. So it's also about tornado damage, for example, which of course is related to climate. But you have new categories, and if people set that up and it's getting more projects, then it will also be used as a research topic. So it can broadly, it's basically citizen science. So whatever you like to up, the database is put up, and yeah, every 3 weeks, fanatics come together and see what kind of new projects are out there already, and analyze these projects. So that makes it a nice database, so to say. Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you engage people so that they join the Climatescan? How do you do that in practice?
Exactly. Mostly through presentations like this. I've been a lot of times in India, for example. So we tell about the database so they know. We look for them how to upload. It's quite simple. And yeah, in that way we engage with upload to our project, sometimes So, and they keep engaged. And that makes it quite interactive in the field.
Okay. And for example, people are uploading their project. Do you screen that? I mean, you check whether it's according to the Climatescan mitigation, or
Yes.
you could have different pictures or videos coming or uploading in the Climatescan. So how do you screen that? Whether it's let's say a proper action.
Yeah, that's a good question, because quality control is quite important. Sometimes, people just put up a location, so it's hard to check it's already there. Most of the projects depend category what quality is. So, for example, I do a lot of research on bioswales and rain gardens. I would say that every bioswale and rain garden is more than 1,000 I've seen. And so that's a good quality control. I know what it is. But sometimes we find projects that were maybe uploaded for a certain reason without any text or any picture, and if we could not verify the project, then it will be removed. And sometimes we also get in contact with people that upload the project, so we can engage with them and see if they need help with uploading, or maybe it was a mistake. So in that case, you make the database very lively and also accurate for research reasons.
Yeah. And for Indonesia, so have you examples of points also in Indonesia?
Yes.
Perhaps you can tell us.
Yeah, there are a lot of points if you go to Climatescan in Semarang or Surabaya. Surabaya is mostly about water quality issues and also measurements. There's some footage of underwater drones near Malang, for example, which is quite nice. If you go to Semarang, it's more about a city that is sinking, so about poplars and dikes. So we have a floating library on the database with pictures and videos as well, which is very nice to check out. So there's different types of projects. In Jakarta, it's a project. There's several projects. It's about mitigation, so that's mostly about renewable energy, which is very nice. There's a Catholic church with solar panels. And if you look at these projects, that could be an inspiration to all to see the different things. It's about mitigation, it's about adaptation, and about putting these projects to share best management practices. It can be a very nice inspiration.
Yeah. So I think the climates can also inspire actually for the BrantaSae. So as you mentioned, it's a sister, it's a platform of the Climatescan. So now we want to know more about the BrantaSae from Pak Sebrian. So thanks, Professor, for this. Now I will give the floor to Pak Sebrian. Please, Pak Sebrian.
So hello, Reza. Thank you very much for having me here. So let me try to share my screen. Hopefully it will work. Share screen. It should be a window, entire screen. Can you see my screen, Pak Reza?
Yes.
Okay. So everyone, thank you for having me here. So as Pak Reza said before that, with the discussion with Floris, that BrantaSae is basically a sister of Climatescan. So why do we end up here? So then, at first, I would like to mention about why do we choose the name of BrantaSae. So then, BrantaSae has two meanings basically. So then, it is basically in Javanese. So then, BrantaSae, or like a Brantas dalam keadaan baik, and BrantaSae, or just hanya satu Brantas. So then, we hope that with this platform that we can achieve the best quality of Brantas basin. And because there is no more Brantas, it's only one Brantas. So then this is like a some kind of a spirit for us to make a better contribution for a Brantas community, and also to enhance the quality of the Brantas basin. So then, if we talk about the Brantas basin itself, I took this figure from the publication from Badan Litbang Pertanian in 2010, that Brantas basin itself is one of the largest, one of the large basins in Indonesia. It is situated only in East Java, so it is not really a transboundary basin because it has no boundary with the another province. But it encompasses a lot of cities here. So then we have Kota Batu and Kabupaten Malang and Kota Malang, that is basically in the upstream of the Brantas, and it ends up into two main branches here. So then we have Kali Porong, that is end up in the Porong Delta, and in Kali Surabaya. And then Brantas Basin itself is really, has a big influence in agriculture, and then also like many industries located here. And if we look at another like different papers and also research that unfortunately that Brantas River is one of the top 20 polluting rivers. That the top 20 polluting rivers itself is already accounted for 67% of the global plastics emissions. Well, this is the result of the work from the Lebreton et al. That is published in Nature Communication in 2017. And it's not only that we also found some papers that discusses about the like a microplastic contribution in Brantas River, that it is really, let's say, a trigger us. So what should we do? What can we do to improve the Brantas? Well, it is not an easy job because Brantas River, Brantas Basin is really huge, it's big and large, and then a lot of community is already there, and we realize that the community is already know about the condition of Brantas, and they already made some actions and already made some, let's say, to improvement, or at least in their own community or in the local conditions. So then we see that, for example, in Kota Malang, they have this one of the movement. This is called the Kampung Lindung Go Green. That they have been, let's say, they got some like a certification or like some kind of from China. I forgot the name. Like a really worldwide competition for the like a green environments, and they won it. And then this is really powerful. And not to forget yourself, like for example, in Kabupaten Blitar, they have this sekolah sungai. It is basically like empowering people to, let's say, improve their environment and also their eco-riparian communities to build up this. And then also what we are really proud about is in Jombang that they have is even in the junior high school community, they also already have this movement. So and many others. So then if you look at like just type it in Google and just say like a Waltas Air or Brantas, let's say uh Komunitas, we like end up with a lot of different activities. But unfortunately, all of this just left undocumented. So then what we see here, like people are aware and people are already made actions, like what I mentioned before, like with Sekolah Air, with Kampung Go Green, and then like and then Sekolah Air. But the difficulties is like however most of their actions are left undocumented. So there is no document on their actions. So then it is difficult to identify and to learn, because people is actually, they, let's say, need some inspiration on how they can improve their environment and their river community, but they need to learn with each other. So for instance, like if you probably see the news of policy air, so maybe we can, oh, okay, so then policy air, maybe I can adopt this approach to my community, and I can, let's say, try to tailor this to my own needs. But the problem is like all of the information is just scattered, and mostly we rely on the news in the, let's say, from the online media, or maybe like in a more traditional one from newspaper. But then it is not easy for us to get to know about it, and then somehow we need to get connected with with each other. So then Why? Because we need to, let's say, to have one objective. We want to make our BrantaSae, and because we only have one Brantas or BrantaSae. So then, not only that, if we can connect the dots, so at least we can get these three, let's say, three factors. So say at least for academia, for like me, I can use this platform or I can use this data set to identify what kind of the actions in water quality and learn about it from the community actions and map it so that I can get the idea what kind of improvement or what kind of research is needed. Because for instance, maybe we are in the university, we are having like a very let's say fancy ideas about, okay, we can use these very fancy technologies to improve our water quality, but it is not be able to be adapted into the local community. So then why it is not needed anymore, because it is too difficult for them to apply. So then maybe with this kind of a database we can learn, okay, so then this is the best approach for this kind of community, and this is the best approach for this one. So then we are not only looking at the technology or just the tools to design that, we can also try to connect with another. So we can connect with the same fellow academia, but we can also to get connected, for instance, for the government. The government itself is can also get the benefit of this platform. They can design the policy based on the actions probably, and they can help to identify what is the current problems in the field. So then, in BrantaSae, it is not only just the actions, but the people can also to report what is actually happening in their area. So then, the government can also help to connect the dots between the academia, the government itself, with, let's say, from the central government to province to the maybe to the city or like a regency government. So then we can get connected and we can find one solution for it. And for the public, it is also very beneficial for them. So then at least they can get connected with academia, because there will be like a lot of people is looking at the same figure, same map, same system. So then in BrantaSae you can get connected with others. You can get the networking, and the it really helps you because for instance in public they tend to work in their community, and somehow it is difficult to reach out. So then the public can also contribute to the election. So public here is not only the community in one particular area, but probably also like another institution or probably maybe industry that can contribute, they can help. And also we can learn with each other. So for instance, like in Jombang, they have this some kind of actions, and it's really helpful and it's successful. Maybe you can adopt it to your own. So then by using this platform, we are like embracing the citizen science. So citizen will add their information into the platform, and then they can get engaged and get connected with others. So what is BrantaSae? So then basically, BrantaSae is like the sister platform from the Climatescan. So that now it is already translated into Indonesian. So then basically, currently it is now focusing more into the Brantas Basin, but probably it can be, let's say, extended into more area. Maybe for now it's still in East Java, and then you can like click on each other. For then you can click to the tentang BrantaSae, how to join, what topics it is now already included, and you can get connected to us. So then maybe I can share a little bit with the website. So then this is the website of BrantaSae. So then here we can see the legend, but for now it is more about water quality, but we can edit later. And then you can contribute to BrantaSae. When you click this, you can contribute. Let's say you can log in and then get connected to it. But if you are focusing more for the data set, you can activate the layers and focusing more on the Das Brantas or Brantas Basin. So you can turn it off and turn it on, and then you can find the topic here. Currently, it is about water, and then you can find out about this actually BrantaSae. So BrantaSae it is built by these three university partners: Brawijaya University, TU Delft, and Hanse Hogeschool Groningen. And then in this map itself, you can click what kind of action. So currently, it is like a toy website. So if I click it, just maybe in Mojokerto, this is just like a okay kategori pencemaran akibat pertanian, and you get information further. But this is now just for like for the demonstration of our purpose. So then with this website, you can get a lot of information about water quality. You can get connected with each other if they fill in the information there, and then you can learn. So then the basic idea about Brantas is first we need to identify what kind of actions that is already happening in that area. Secondly, we learn with each others, and third, we get connected. So then, by this three type of connection, we can get more knowledge about what can we can do, what can we what we can do, and what can we can improve on that approach, and to connect with others, so can we learn together. So, as a summary, that BrantaSae is a interactive web-based map application for Brantas Basin. Focusing now is to knowledge exchange. So then we have knowledges from different communities, from different institutions, and we want to exchange this knowledge. And then it is portal for citizen science. So then basically it is for from citizen for citizen. So from us for us. For collecting water quality actions in Brantas Basin. And BrantaSae is hosted by Universitas Brawijaya Malang. So it is in the server of Universitas Brawijaya and will be fully online at www.brantasae.ub.ic.id. We expect to be fully online by the end of this month. So if you uh, try to type it and enter it with the brantasae.ub.ic.id, you will get it the full information by the end of this month. And in the future, hopefully it will not be limited in water quality, but also another action. So then it is depend on you. If you add more information on that, and then we think, okay, so you can send us some suggestion. Hey, Brawijaya, can you help us to add more information, not only about water quality, but probably also about water management or like water reservation, conservation, etc. Just contact us and we can add more categories for you, and you can bring up a lot of information. So this is the idea of citizen science. So citizen will, I mean, will give us a lot of information, and we can learn from it. So then, yeah, I think, Pak Reza, this is all of my presentation. Hopefully it is quite clear for you all. And yeah, we will open the discussion.
Yep, thank you, Pak Sebrian. So it was a summary of BrantaSae and what it can do, and also the planning in the future to expand that. But we will start actually from small, which is about water quality in the Brantas River. Of course, now it's in the stage of we just started with this website, but we do have some communities that have already put their activities on improving water quality in Brantas. So I would like to give also the floor to the communities who are working on improving the water qualities there. I will start with Pak Ami. Are you there, Pak Ami? And I will share also the screen where you have your activities.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Reza. Maybe I will introduce my friend, my partner in River School, Brantas River School. There is Miss Halima.
Nice to see you, Bapak Reza.
Yeah. Help me to translate to English. Kami akan menjelaskan presentation which about my activity, and to share screen in picture to BrantaSae. The first I will appreciate with Mr. Reza and friend about Brawijaya University. There is a web center information about river for pelestarian, pelestarian sungai. There is a web for we can to introduce, we can to make my aktivitas kita apa?
Our activities.
Kita bisa menunjukkan ya.
Yes, of course. We in this occasion we really want to introduce or explain about the activities of river school, sekolah sungai. Before we explain about our activities, let us we really do thank you for for the organizer that give us occasion that really helps us and shows our existence of our community empowerment. And the background of our activities here, by seeing the river problems that are evenly distributed from upstream, middle, and downstream, that really causes loss some amount of spring water, and also it causes surface water fluctuation. And because of those two problems, it can uh, it can causes drought in dry season in Jombang, and also flood in the rainy season in Jombang. And of course, the most cause of the river problems here in Jombang, there are so much factory contaminants, and then also there is much rubbish, and also the insufficient river capacity. Our community empowerment here tries to pair water resources with the river school based, and it is done through the public consultation with the technical agency and elements of society. Uh, the elements of society that we asked to cooperate is non-governmental organization, colleague, cooperative institution, state-owned enterprises and regional-owned enterprises, and also private company. They will play a role to manage the water resources, and also they will play a role in planning process and construction, execution, operation and maintenance, monitoring and supervision of the water resource. Actually, our programs here want to give opportunities to the society in Jombang to express their ideas, that they really need to be equipped with the knowledge about how to manage the water resources, especially about the conservation aspects of water resources, utilization of the water resource, and about water damage control through technique, social, culture, and economy perspective that is able to implement it in the society in Jombang. The activity flow of our community here, the first we have made formation of the team, and then we try to scheduling and technical coordination of implementation to set up the location of the location of the river bank, and also how to set up the laboratory of the river school, Sungai Sekolah. And then we implement the theory and also practice about river school learning process. We can, by having the theory and practice, of course, we can continue to evaluate and also to report to facilitate or accompanying the river school area.
Mitigation.
Yes. The what is it? The disaster prevention, especially especially that is caused by the river. And then here there are some the setting of our activity is done along the river of BrantaSae. especially centered in the middle of Jombang. And then the community participants will involve the river school facilitators and also the river school for observers and river irrigators.
Expedition quality mata air, kegiatan kita yang terkait dengan ini, kalau fotonya.
This is one of our activities.
Sumber mata air.
Yeah, in the water source. We do outdoor learning and also indoor learning. For the outdoor learning, we learn by inviting river school participants to merge with the river and do some activities that lead to abilities in observation skill and organizing field. Yang foto tentang pembelajaran sungai. And also we have games, storytelling, sport, experiment, race, and environmental case introduction and discussion related to the rivers. And also the indoor learning, we can learn about water resource in library, laboratory, and in classroom.
Susur sungai. This is river school in Blitar, community in Blitar. Susur sungai, melihat kerusakan sungai.
The river damage.
Yeah, damage. Kita menghentikan penambang pasir yang merusak sungai.
We have stopped the people that dig out the ground of the river illegally in illegal ways.
Bank sampah.
And this is the garbage or waste bank.
Bank Santri.
That is named Bank Santri.
Bank sampah mandiri terintegrasi.
Bank sampah mandiri terintegrasi.
Yes, thank you, Pak Ami. I think we need to move further to the next community. So thank you for sharing your activities related to improving water quality.
Thank you, Mr. Reza. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes. So I will continue with another community that works also on measuring the water quality itself. I will introduce Mas Tonis.
Hi, Pak Reza. Hi, everyone. Yeah, hi, everyone. I'm Tonis from Ekoton, and thank you so much for having me today. And also to introduce this site, BrantaSae, and it will be help us to publish the activities about our community. And Ekoton actually already have the community in 3 areas, yeah, in the upstream, middle stream, and the downstream along the BrantaSae River. And I will share the screen and direct to show the BrantaSae site.
Mas Tonis, this is already shared. So
Okay. Yeah. Okay, it's already show, yeah, Pak Reza?
Yes.
Okay, in the upstream we have a youth community called Polisi Air or Water Police in Wonosalam, and Pak Frebian already mentioned it. And the water police is the one of ex-school at Wonosalam Junior High School 1 with 1 or 2 teacher as a supervisor. They usually did monitoring with water bug census to know about the water quality condition in upstream area. And the second activities is clean up the river from single-use plastic garbage, and they collect the data weekly and then sharing to social media. And sometimes they involve to river protection with society to raise public awareness. And in the middle stream, we have a women community. We call it Komanjo, kelompok perempuan tempurjo, or we can say Tempurjo Women Community. Tempurjo is the name of the village in Kediri City. The Komanjo was established on early 2021, and the member is coming from several sectors like housewife, and then teacher, local government worker in the village, and also PKK community. They have water spring that connected to BrantaSae river. They have water spring that connected to a BrantaSae river water flow close by their house, and tries to protecting the water spring by water quality testing with nitrate and phosphate in the water spring location. And they did weekly and reporting sometimes to the Ecoton and discuss. Another activity, they also promoting zero waste cities in their area as a solution for waste management system. They won't let the plastic waste leaks into the water and river. And they also already have MRF 3R or TPS 3R facility and involved to managing that. And in the downstream, we have women community also with different activity. We call it Waduling, Wanita Peduli Lingkungan, or we can say Women for Environmental Care in Gresik. The Waduling was established on 2015, and the member is coming from several sectors like housewife, teachers, local government workers in the village, entrepreneur, and PKK community. Their activity mostly related in the riverbank protection because their area close by the Surabaya River, part of BrantaSae River, and they already have regularly activity. First, water quality testing with nitrate and also phosphate in the river. They did weekly and reporting to the Ecoton and also discuss about the solution. And the second, they also protection the the riverbank from illegal buildings, around them by planting the productive trees and herbal plant. Then if the plant already grow up, they can sell the product to the public for their income. And the third, Waduling actively joining meeting with village government to express their mission to protect the environmental. That was Waduling community. Thank you everyone, and back to Pak Reza.
Yes, thank you, Mas Sonis, for sharing your activities. The next community is from Saberspungli. That's Mas Dodi. So the floor is yours.
Can you hear our voice?
Yes.
Pak Reza?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. Hello, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dodi. I'm from Saberspungli, Kota Batu, East Java. Saberspungli stands for Sapu Bersih Sampah Nyemplung Kali, or we can say trash clean up with down into the river. Saberspungli. Saberspungli is a movement to take care the water and the rivers in Batu. Saberspungli is not organization, Mr. Reza, but it's only a social movement. We know that Kota Batu became the beginning of the flow of the Sungai Brantas in East Java in a village named Sumber Brantas. The zero point of the BrantaSae River began and finally flow through 17 other cities in East Java. This movement started in 2017 by looking at the condition of the Kali Brantas, which is full of garbage because of people's habit of treating their waste. There are two conditions exist in Kota Batu. The zero point of Brantas and garbage, both of them begins in Kota Batu. So what we do with our activities, clean up the river from plastic, waste, diapers, and other, and then we make socialization to the community not to throw garbage in the river and do the processing itself. We make discussion, we call ngobrol pintar, like smart discussion. And then we plant a tree around the rivers, around the Brantas, and then install biopori in around the springs, in some spring in around the Brantas, Sungai Brantas. And then we also make susur hulu Sungai Brantas to check Brantas condition in Kota Batu. It's around 30 kilometers. And then now we make water spring expedition to recollect data about spring in Kota Batu. And then we invite the community to protect water, rivers, and the environment. And let's provide to input and recommendation to the government to protecting water and the ecosystems. Our tagline is kesadaran terlibat, engage awareness. That is, we aware about the current state of environment about Sungai Brantas, and then to engage, to effort to restore the condition to the good condition like before. We think whatever your religion, whatever your occupation, and whatever your ranks, let's move together with what we can, whatever we have. To this day, we already carried off 145 activities on the Brantas, but on the Brantas River and ecosystem in Kota Batu. More than 13,000 participants involved in the movement. Hundreds of tons of garbage have been successfully taken from the river, from Brantas. With an area 100 until 200 meters, we get 4 tons waste in 2017, 2018. Now, less than 1 ton garbage when cleaning the river. And then we think about no club, no star, and we think everybody is hero. So all involved community, group, government, mass media, tentara, TNI, and then Polri, academisi, entrepreneurs, BBWS Brantas, Forum Jasa Tirta can join, contribute this movement. We put the data in BrantaSae. This is Sabers Pungli 142. 142 is our edition of river activity held on June 26 in Giripurno, Desa Giripurno, Kota Batu. Around 150 people join this activity from community, government, and the BBWS Brantas, Forum Jasa Tirta 1, Politeknik Angkatan Darat, Army Polytechnic, and attend this activity. We clean up the Kali Lajar River for 200 meters and collected 100 kilograms garbage and around 20 kilograms of waste diapers. After the river was cleaned, we distribute 1,000 ikan tombro, one of endemic fish in Kota Batu. we distribute to Kali Lajar. After that, we pray together, and we hope the Kali Lajar always clean, and then the tombro, ikan tombro can grow well, and the river Kali Lajar will be useful for everything. After breakfast, we make a discussion, ngobrol pintar with the Giripurno community, masyarakat Giripurno, about protecting the water and the rivers for into the future. Let's move together to keep the water and the river with what we can and what we have, little by little, better than do nothing. We believe that the little we do will benefit for Sungai Brantas in the future. Through BrantaSae, we will voice that what we can do in the Brantas River in Kota Batu, and then to be continue to the other city in East Java through Sungai Brantas. We hope BrantaSae can be a collaborator and become a melting pot for all activity to save Sungai Brantas and other rivers in East Java. Thank you from Sabes Pungli.
Yeah, thank you, Mas Dodi, for sharing your activities. We move to the last one, and it should be short for Mas Ari Akim. Can you hear me? Yes. So please share your activities there in Sungai Serinjing.
Mohon maaf Mas Ari Hakimnya sebagai penerjemah bahasa Inggrisnya belum datang. Bisa pakai bahasa Indonesia?
Ya, mungkin 5 menit. Silahkan.
Bahasa Indonesia?
Ya, silahkan, Mas. Mas Ari.
Perkenalkan, saya dari Serinjing, salah satu sungai di Kabupaten Kediri. Yang kami lakukan di sini sangat sederhana. Kami mengajak banyak orang, banyak kelompok masyarakat untuk melihat sungai. Setelah melihat sungai, mendengarkan sungai, merasakan sungai, dan mengajak mereka untuk mencintai sungai. Karena bagi kami, putra Kediri, kami bangga dengan sungai. Karena apa? Sungai jati diri kami. Karena banyak hal di Kediri itu merupakan sungai, merupakan warisan dari leluhur kami. Hari jadi Kabupaten Kediri saja alasannya juga sungai, berdasarkan literasi prasasti hari jadi. Jadi Sungai Serinjing itu sungai buatan, bukan sungai alam yang dibuat oleh leluhur kami dan dilupakan oleh generasi sekarang. Iya benar, permasalahan di Sungai Serinjing itu sampah. Mungkin semua sungai di Indonesia menghadapi hal yang sama, yaitu sampah. Tapi apa yang kami lakukan? Kami mengajak, memulai dari diri kami sendiri. Ayo, cegah diri kita untuk mengotori sungai dengan cinta. Itu yang selalu kami utarakan kepada. Dan kami selalu juga mendongeng tentang sungai, pentingnya sungai. Karena apa? Bagi leluhur kami, sungai itu simbol kemakmuran. Dari sungai inilah kebesaran Kediri itu dimulai. Kerajaan besar terjadi. Karena apa? Kemakmuran. Mungkin di sini ada orang Kediri, tapi mereka nggak tahu. Nggak pernah tahu dan nggak mau tahu. Tapi bagi kami, Sungai Kediri itu luar biasa, simbol kemakmuran dari Kediri itu sendiri. Kenapa kotor? Kenapa kotor? Kenapa tidak terawat? Karena kita tidak mau mengenali dari bagian cerita warisan leluhur kami. Mungkin di sini juga ada orang Kediri, Jawa Timur dan Indonesia pasti mengenal bahwa besok jente kopi walasku Kediri dari kami. Besok jika datang hari pembalasan Kediri akan menjadi sungai. Intinya apa? sungai mempunyai peran penting dalam suatu sistem peradaban. Itulah kenapa kami selalu dongeng ke sungai. Ya, alhamdulillah, sepanjang Sungai Serinjing 32 km, 2018 terdapat 312 titik sampah. Sekarang menjadi 36 titik sampah. 2018 kami dibantu warga lokal, pemerintah setempat, komunitas, dan DLH Kabupaten Kediri berhasil menutup TPA liar sepanjang Sungai Serinjing. Sementara itu yang saya sampaikan sambil menunggu Mas Ari Hakim, karena beliau yang fasih berbahasa Inggrisnya. Mohon maaf Mas Reza, mohon maaf kawan-kawan, karena saya tahu semua di sini pasti mengerti bahasa Indonesia kecuali yang dari Belanda. Tapi satu hal lagi, Belanda juga belajar kepada Harinjing. Karena apa? Banjir Kanal Timur dan banjir Kanal Barat di Jakarta, kita bangga bahwa itu proyek dari warisan Belanda. Enggak, bagi saya itu dari Harinjing. Karena apa? Sama, menyudet. Kalau Serinjing menyudet Sungai Konto menyusul Sungai Brantas, tapi kalau banjir Kanal Timur menyudet Sungai Ciliwung ke Sungai Citarum. Itulah yang membuat kami bangga. Kami bangga kepada Kediri dan kami bangga kepada Indonesia. Terima kasih.
Yes, thank you, Mas Arif. So even though it's in Indonesia, perhaps I just summarize it like that. We as communities need to take care of the river. We need to love the river. So what they do in Sungai Serinjing is they have fun and they clean up the river. So they reduce a lot of hotspots on the garbage. So thank you again, Mas Arif. Now we have the question and answer session. So if you have questions, please let us know. You can write it in the comments column on your right side. So if there's no question right now, yeah, I think I go back to Pak Sebrian and Professor Flores. Yes, so you have seen now some of the communities have already uploading their activities there on BrantaSae. So what do you think as a start?
Well, you know, Marisa, I'm feeling touched, and I can get the passion of the communities. You see that there is now only like 4 communities that are sharing their, let's say, the actions in their own location, but they're really, I can get a lot of inspiration just for that. So then just imagine if like a lot of communities put all of their activities into the website, so we can learn like I have already learned about it from my undergraduate school since 2007, and I've been working about water, let's say, almost 15 years. But then it is very new for me. I mean, they are having some activities that just try to use you use policy air to like say to engage with the youth to clean up the river, and how like Pak Dodi in Batu that's already, let's say, cleaning up the river almost like 4 tons, I guess. So then, I mean, in the university we just get we can get the feeling of river and watershed or basin in a number, but the people are already in there and they're experiencing that. And then what we can say as well from Kediri, that they can get the feeling that river is our life. I want the river to be always in a good conditions. So that's why we end up with the BrantaSae, because we want Brantas to be Sae. I mean, it's always in a good condition. But we cannot achieve that without the people. And I know that if we just rely on only for academia or only for government to take care about the river, we cannot do that, because basically river is for people, and people have to take care of the river. So then that's why BrantaSae is for people and from people. Yeah, this is Pak Reza.
Yeah, that's true. So, Professor Flores, we shift your Climatescan to BrantaSae. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's amazing. First of all, sorry for not being able to share my screen. I'm in New Orleans, USA now at 2 o'clock in the morning, and my computer didn't agree with it. But I'm really happy actually that happened because we had more time for these examples, and this is what it's about. As Sabrina said, I love all those examples and seeing what's out there. Those challenges that we all face, and all the solutions, different approaches to basically get a better environment, like the river schools and the monitoring, very exact with the phosphate and everything. It's really inspiring. The planting trees, so it's all happening to make a better environment, and all these communities already on the map. You can see where they are, because I think that's sometimes missing. We're all in our own world as academia or different, and as Sabrian as well said, that we kind of work together, and you see that on the map. You can approach people, you know what's happening, you know some results, you can get inspired by the different methods, and that's really what it is about. So I really enjoyed, especially the pictures, people sliding down, and that's very nice to see. And I really hope that this will continue. And I heard actually that some people, some private messages, that the website is maybe a bit overloaded. So if you can get in, please try later. I think this session is really helping get people enthusiastic, and that's right. And where you started with, I'm really happy that Climatescan has this sister, BrantaSae, and in the end, of course, BrantaSae doesn't have a lot of members yet, but know that you're part of a bigger community with over 1,500 people that upload projects. There are thousands of people that watch every month. Some of the projects get inspiration and use it as well. So I'm really happy with this. So, yeah. Thanks, Rees.
Yeah, thank you. Perhaps we can also get some information from Pak Sebrian how we actually manage it from Climatescan to BrantaSae, because it apparently wasn't easy. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, it is not an easy part basically. At first we thought that it's not that difficult because Climatescan already has its source code, and probably it can be just as simple as put it out into one, let's say, hard drive or computer and click run. But that's not that simple, because basically we have to talk with a lot of people, because we have to host it into a university server, and we have to talk with all of the, let's say, leaders of the university, and we also need to talk about what limitation that we have to put into the website, because at our first discussion we want some kind of an ideal environment for the water quality, right? We want to include these people, this institution, to be in one big member of the BrantaSae. But it is not that simple, because we have regulation that we have to follow. And then finally we end up to idea, we have to maybe now we need to focus more on citizen science, because just as you can see now, that only in just 4 communities we can get a lot of stories, we can get a lot of knowledge. And then as a university, as Brawijaya, we have some kind of responsibility, because Brawijaya is located in Brantas Basin, and we were, I'm from Department Teknik Pengairan, from the Water Resources Engineering Department, and we were born from the project Brantas back in 70s. So then we somehow have responsibility to contribute back to the community and to the Brantas. But we have difficulties to get to know what is actually the communities is really wanted. What do they want? Because as an academia, somehow, as what Tori said, we are in the bubble, and somehow it is not easy to get out of the bubble, because you're already busy with your own business, with your own research thing. But we need to get connected with each other, and BrantaSae is a good platform for it. So I imagine this somewhat like a social media for the water quality enthusiasts, or like a more advanced Google Maps, because in Google Maps you just type something, add information, upload photos, but it is not tailored to you. But in BrantaSae it is more advanced, because people can upload their information about their activities. They can try to connect with others, and maybe you can use your connection with Brawijaya University as a mediator, so we can talk with the government and also with public, what will be the best to tailor your needs, right? Because in academia, we have some kind of experts here in Brawijaya to maybe water quality, about water management, about water conservation. Just talk to us. We are really happy to contribute. And we will be also very happy to, let's say, to reach out with another. But for now, with Hudolf and Hansa Groningen, maybe we don't know with the future ahead of us. Then yeah, I mean, this is really still small steps. So maybe people, if you are listening to this, just try to, maybe by the end of this month, just try to search BrantaSae.ub.ac.id and make an account and put your information there. Or you can follow our Twitter, Brantas_Sae. So at Brantas_Sae, and we will try to share what is the advances and what will be the latest information from us.
Yes, thank you, Pak Sebrian. So we are almost at the end of our session, and I would like to have our closing statement from our two speakers. So starting from Professor Flores.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, again, I really enjoyed this session and see all the examples. I want to invite you for the next session that I'm going to talk about Climatescan as well. It's the lowland climate adaptation, stream 3 and session 2. If you find this interesting, please continue watching it at session 2. But most of all, I think for the closing session, I really liked remarks, as has been said during all the examples. We are all heroes, or love the river. I think these are the closing remark, showing the engagement of people. That it's really about getting the environment in a better shape for us and all the animals, and I think that's really inspiring. So I would say, love the river, and we're all heroes.
Yes, thank you, Professor Flores. Your closing statement, Pak Sebrian, please.
Yeah, so then I'm proud with Brantas. I'm proud with the people in Brantas. So then we are all hero, and yeah, I mean we have to be more be connected, because probably not now we are segregated, not really work together as a community in Brantas. So I'm hoping that with BrantaSae we can get connected dots. We can work together. We can tailor what you need and what we need, what we can do, what we cannot do, and try to solve this problem. So yeah, don't hesitate to look at our website, BrantaSae.ub.ac.id, or just follow our Twitter, and also our sister website, Climatescan, and your Twitter as well, Climate_scan.
Yes, thank you, Pak Sebrian. So I would like also to thank our communities that have been participating in the BrantaSae website. So for Pak Ami, Mas Dodi, Mas Tonis, and Mas Arif, thank you at the back. And lastly, we still have a photo session. I don't know how it works. Perhaps Mbak Unswa, a screenshot? Yes. Okay, again, thank you all, and thank you also for the audience, even though I cannot see you all. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this session. You can participate also in Climatescan and BrantaSae with your own project, with your own activities, and let us know. And we'll see you again in another event. So, bye-bye. Have a good one.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Floris.
You.
Hi, Tony.
Bye.
Yes.
Yes.